Maybe if you're not, throwing for touchdowns, you're still having an impact on the game. Like, I think I was very impressed with Uiagalelei in this game. I feel like NC State's defense, like, this was the difference between NC State and Wake Forest, that they were able to get stops. But, as good as Devin Leary is, the running game could not do anything. And, Leary, I feel like, was just under pressure this entire game. They're just, there wasn't really much NC State could really do offensively. So the defense was good enough to keep them in the game. I felt like it was going to take like 31-28 was the score I kind of had in my head for this game. It was going to take about 30 points to win this game, and obviously Clemson scored exactly 30 points. But it was a big time win for Clemson for sure. And I guess that speaks to whoever KJ Henry's quote of like, this would have been a monumental win for NC State, for Clemson. This is just another W and on our way to hopefully getting back to the playoff.
Yeah, the path is quite is opening up quite a bit. The ACC it's mostly, if you look at the disparity between the two divisions that we are very familiar of, the two divisions in the Atlantic Coast Conference. That
of course
looks like it's going to be a pretty easy rest of the way.
The Atlantic right now, like, it looks like maybe the 5 best teams in the whole conference are all in the Atlantic. So there is some hope for NC State that, maybe Florida State could, but obviously Clemson's already beaten NC State and Wake Forest now, but I don't think any of us are thinking Syracuse is going to come in there and knock off Clemson. But, there's some hope that, maybe someone in the ACC can shake things up, but it's starting to look like Clemson. I thought this was the toughest game on their schedule. So they do go at Notre Dame and at Florida State, but I feel like NC State was the best team on this schedule. So Clemson's chances of going undefeated, I think, went way up after this weekend.
Washington goes down. The undefeated Washington Huskies go down to the still undefeated UCLA Bruins, who moved to 5-0 on the season. Matt Green, you talked yourself out of one of your standbys. Every week, you love the Friday night, just what that does, and you love a home dog on a Friday night game. It's your upset special, and yet here I was on an island on Friday night, watched this whole game, expecting a UCLA Bruin upset. UCLA does the job. DTR pulls a Michael Vick in this game, where did you see this? The two University of Washington Huskies collide into each other as he scored a touchdown. He pulled that one. DTR was excellent. Michael Penix was also excellent in this one. Andre Ware kept citing that Michael Penix was his Heisman if he was voting today, and it's like, all right. We like Michael Penix, but like Washington's not. No, that's not happening. All right. But this was a fun one, and the Huskies do it in a fun way, or the Bruins rather do it in a fun way, where Bobo is this transfer, this slot guy transfer from Duke who led the ACC in receptions last year, and he is a madman. He is so good in this Chip Kelly offense, filling the Riley Cooper role from Philadelphia back in the day, and like Jordan Matthews a little bit too. But he was really good, and I was really impressed by what he was able to do against this Husky defense, which is still a very good defense, but something that I thought was interesting is the Bruins defense looks much improved. I like where they're at compared to last year. And Washington's just a little too one-dimensional for me, where 2.8 yards per carry. They had a touchdown drive, or basically went a whole drive. I don't remember if it ended in a touchdown or a field goal in the first quarter, where they didn't run the ball once. And they found some success there, but I don't know. I think they're just a little too one-dimensional, the 2.8 yards per carry, and Michael Penix has to do a lot. I'm nervous about him just staying healthy playing this way for the full season. But UW's a good team, top 25 team, just UCLA at home on a Friday night. It's spoopy season. You know this, Matt Green, and you still went away.
The weekday road game. I'm ashamed of myself. It's a hard win to get. And also, UCLA, or I should say Washington, lost by 8. This game was not nearly that close. Like, they obviously did make it close technically late in this game, but right at the end of the third, UCLA up 40-16. Like, this offense was just firing on all cylinders. Zach Charbonnet, is he the most underrated running back in college football? Like, this guy had 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns last year. He's already off to a big-time start in 2022. He gives this offense just that element of the run game. Like, if DTR is playing this way and Zach Charbonnet is running like this is one of the best teams in the Pac-12. So I think we talked about, I said on our last show, like UCLA was kind of like the Ole Miss of the Pac-12 to me. I didn't know